Jim, let me talk to you about, you think back about playing in the NFL. Do you ever find, obviously you're busy with all kinds of things, but do you ever find yourself going back to and feeling almost the hits, the practices again?
You know what? No, and here's why. Only time, the longer you're away from it, it's like when I watch a game, I'm like, man, I can't believe those guys go out there and get hit like that. And then you're like, oh yeah, I used to do it too. So that may be the only time, but normally day to day, I'm thankful. I don't want to go back. It's like one of those memories you repress. Hopefully I'll never have that feeling again. The only thing I miss the paydays. I miss Tuesdays getting paid, but other than that, I enjoyed the camaraderie. You can keep the hits and the practices and all that other stuff.
What is it that fans will never be able to identify that you have in common with these guys?
The camaraderie. I mean, I don't think anybody can identify with going away for 4 weeks, getting up in 100-degree heat, practicing 2.5 hours a day, being dog-tired, and then waking up 3 hours later and repeating that same cycle. Not too many people in the world can do that. I mean, there's a lot of athletes in other sports that come close, but nothing compares to 2-a-days, and I think that builds a camaraderie, just like being in the military, anything else that a lot of people will never be able to taste. And I think that's something that we'll hold dear for the rest of our lives.
How'd you prepare for your after-football life? Were you always thinking, you know, I know this is going to come to an end, I got to be ready?
Yeah, I was never one of those kids that grew up, you know, saying, hey, I want to play professional football. I always knew I used to want to be a lawyer. Obviously, I played football instead, but I went to Syracuse University, who's not good. Okay, athletically, they're bad now. We were good then, but it was actually one of those universities that prepared us. You know, we had to go to class. It prepared us for life after football as far as getting an education and things of that nature. So I enjoyed playing. I knew the average career in the NFL was 3 years. I lasted 5. When it was done, it was done. I moved on to something else, and I'm fine with it now. I enjoyed that time in my life, and that time's in the past, and this time now is where I'm at.
As I let you go, you come into a room like this. I mean, I just talked to Sherman Howard, 84-year-old.
Yeah.
He had great stories.
Yeah.
Do you look forward to meeting these new guys and picking up on stuff?
I do. It's one of those things because you always think that you have it bad, per se. Then you meet people who played before you. So I think it's an honor to come here because know how much players currently are players. You know, I haven't played since '02. We complain about pension or disability and things of that nature. You meet somebody who played back in the day who doesn't even know what that means. So it's a blessing to come here and see that, you know, he's doing fine, what he had to deal with. They weren't making a lot of money then. He still comes back and he still has love for the game.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Pleasure to meet you.
No problem.